boys and girls, we are going to start lesson 9 today. We are going to start lesson 9. So I hope you're ready. Hello kiddos, we are going to start lesson 9 today. Lesson 9. And we're still going to be working with place value. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a penny. Does anyone know what the value of a penny is? What is the value? That means how much is a penny worth? A penny is worth 1 cent. 1 cent. Now, I'm going to show you a dime. Do you know how much a dime is worth? A dime. What is the value of a dime? A dime is worth 10 cents. So a penny is worth 1 cent and a dime is worth 10 cents. All right, let's begin our lesson. I'm going to place some pennies on the board and I simply want you to count with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 pennies. So can I trade out any of these pennies for a bigger unit? Yes, I can. I can take 10 of these pennies and replace it with a dime. I still have the same amount. I have 10, 11. Let's keep counting. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Can I take out any of these and replace it with a bigger unit? Yes, I can. I can take out 10 pennies and replace it with a dime. Let's continue counting. So I have 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Can I take out any of these pennies and replace it with a bigger unit? Yes, I can. Again, I can take out 10 of those pennies and replace it with a dime. Now I have 30. Now I have 30. All right, let's move along. This time, I want you to get out a piece of paper, just a blank piece of paper, like I have right here. So I'm going to give you a second to get a blank piece of paper. And on this blank piece of paper, I'm going to write a number down. I wrote this number in standard form. I wrote this number in standard form. And what we're going to do, we are going to count by twos. I want you to write as many numbers as you can, counting by 2. So if I start at 394, my next number is going to be 396. We're going to count all the way, and I'm going to give you 1 minute to begin. So I want you to hold your pencils up. Hold your pencils up, and I will tell you when to begin. And we will write as many numbers as we can, starting at 396. And we're going to go as fast as we can, counting by twos. Ready, set, go. I know you're working hard. You're down to 30 seconds. Remember, you're counting by twos. You're counting by twos. You have 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. All right. So I'm just going to write some numbers, and I'm going to do this, and you can check your work, and I'm going to give myself 1 minute. All right. 396, 398, 400, 402, 404, 406, 408, 410, 412, 414, 416, 418, 420, 422, 424, 426, 428, 430, 432, 434, 436, 438, 440, 442, 444, 446, 448, 400. Oh, time is up. How many got past 450? Awesome job. I see those hands going up. All right, so that is counting by twos. So now we've counted by twos, we've counted by tens, we've counted by ones. So now let's look at our application problem. So what I want you to do, I want you to look at this problem right here. And this problem simply reads, Sarah earns $10 each week for weeding the garden. If she saves all of the money, how many weeks will it take her to save up $150? I'm going to read that again. Sorry, that was a little bright. It says, Sarah earns $10 each week for weeding the garden. If she saves all of the money, how many weeks will it take her to save $150? All right, let's make this a little bit closer. There we go. All right, I'm going to give you a minute to think about this, and then in your notebook, I want you to try to solve this. I'm going to read it one more time. Sarah earns $10 each week for weeding the garden. If she saves all of the money, how many weeks will it take her to save $150? All right, so she earns $10 each week. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create $10. And we need to get to $150. So we're trying to get to $150. And I know that she earns $10 each week. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So this right here is $100, but it's not 150. So I need to add, let's see. So that's 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. So now I'm at 150. So now what I need to do, I need to count how many weeks. So each $10 represents a week. 1, 2, oh, let me put this. This was $50. So I'm at my 150. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it takes Sarah 15 weeks to save $150. So now I have to write my statement. It will take Sarah 15 weeks to earn $150. I want you to go ahead and make sure you have that down. While you're writing this, I'm just going to go over this again. Sarah earns $10 each week for weeding the garden. If she saves all of the money, how many weeks will it take her to save up $150? So here it tells me to draw a picture, so I'm drawing my picture. Each one of these equals a week. So that's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and so on. Each week she earns $10. We're trying to get to $150. So I'm going to count my tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 weeks gives me $100, but I have to read 150, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. So this 100 plus that 50 gives me 150. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It takes Sarah 15 weeks to earn $150. I'm going to give you a chance to write that down. And then we're going to move on to the next thing. All right. Now I'm going to use my place value chart. So before we counted pennies and dimes, this time we're going to use bigger denominations of money. So this time we're going to use bills instead of coins. So I am going to show you 776 on my chart. So on my chart, I have ones, and I'm just going to put an O for 1, T for 10, H for 100. So I'm going to show you $776. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. 700. And now I need 76. So that's 700, 710, 720, 730, 740, 750, 760, 770, 771, 772, 773, 774, 775, 776. So now, this right here represents 776. I have 7 hundreds, 7 tens, and 6 ones. So now, I want to go from 776 to 900. So I want to go from 776 to 900. All right, if I want to go to 776 to 900, I have 6 ones. So how many more ones will it take for me to exchange and put a 10 there? So I'm at 6. Help me count. So I'm at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I can exchange this and put a 10 there. So now I'm at 780. I'm at 780. So if I'm at 80, can I exchange some 10s and maybe get a bigger bill? 780, 790, 800. Can I take out 10 of these and exchange it? Yes, so now I have 800, but my goal is to get to 900. So now I need one more 100. So now I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I went from 776 to 900. The first thing I had to do was get my ones to the next higher unit. So I was at 76, so I added 4 ones. When I added 4 ones, I was able to get to another 10. That got me to 780. When I was at 780, I had to add 2 10s to add another 100. So I was at 780, I went to 790, and then from 790, I went to 800. Well, I needed one more 100 in order to get to 900. All right. Another way that we can do this, say you don't have any money. Another way you can do this is a strategy with a number line. So I want you to get out your dry erase boards. Go ahead and get out your dry erase boards. And on your dry erase board, what I want you to do is I want you to draw a line. If you do not have your dry erase board, that is okay. Just get a piece of paper out. And you're going to put arrows at the end of both lines. Put arrows at the end of both lines. And we're going to do this same thing. We're going to go from 776 to 900. 776 to 900. So the very first thing you're going to do, I want you to draw a line, and we're going to represent 776. So you're going to write 776 right here on this left side. We're still going to get to 900, but we're just going to use an open number line to do it. So if I'm at 776, what I'm going to do, I need to get to my next 10. How many ones is it going to take in order for me to get to my next 10? If I'm at 776, I'm going to jump because I need to get to 780. How many ones is it from 776 to 780? 4 ones. So go ahead and write 4 ones. So if I'm at 780, I need to get to my next 100. So now I'm going to go by 10s. And my 10s is going to be a little bit bigger because I need to get to 800. So how many 10s will it take for me to get from 780 to 800? 780, 790, 800. So it's going to take me 2 10s. So now if I'm at 800, I need to get to 900. Now I'm jumping to get to 900. How many hundreds does it take to get to 800? From 800 to 900? It takes 100. So let's look at this again. I was at 776 and I needed to get to 900. So I put 776 right here because that's my starting point. I need to figure out how many more ones did I need to get to my next 10. So I decided I needed 4 more ones to get to 780. From 780, I needed to get to my next 100. So I'm at 780. I decided 790, 800. I needed 2 more 10s to get to 800. From 800, I needed to get to 900. So now I'm going to count by my units of 100. 800, 900. So I needed 100 to get to 900. All right, do me a favor and go ahead and erase your boards. Go ahead and erase your boards. What I need you to do now, you're going to take out your white packet that says Tuesday, October 20th. You're going to go to the math section. You're going to get the page that simply looks like this. You're going to get the page that looks like this. And we're going to practice on some of these. We're going to do maybe the first couple together, and then I want you to practice the rest on your own. All right, for this particular one, I'm just going to use a different page here. It's telling us to go from 70 to 300. 70 to 300. So the first thing I want you to do is write down 70 on your open number line. So if I'm at 70, I need to get to 100. So how many 10s will it take me to get from 70 to 100? Let's see, 70, 80, 90, 100. It's going to take me 3. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put 100. And here, I'm going to write 3 10s. 3 10s to get to 100. But my goal is to get to 300. So now, how many hundreds will it take in order for me to get to 300? So if I'm at 100, 200, 300, I need 2 more 10s in order to get to 300. So I'm going to write 200s. Give you a chance to go ahead and write that down. All right, next, I'm at 300 and I need to get to 450. So let's go ahead and write 300 for number 2. I'm at 300. And again, my goal is to get to 450. So if I'm at 300, am I going to jump by 10s or am I going to jump by hundreds at this point? Now I could go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, but it might be easier to go ahead and jump by 100. So I'm going to jump by 100, and that'll get me to 400. But remember, I have to get to 450. So if I'm at 400, how many 10s do I need in order to get to 450? So I'm at 400, 410, 420, 430, 440, 450. So I need 5 10s. Now, this is what you can do. You can say 410, 420, 430, 440, 450. And each one of these represents a 10. Ooh. There we go. So that would get me to 450. Or if you just wanted to make a little 10 like that, you could do that and say that that would represent 4 10s, which would get you to 450. All right, let's go ahead and look at number 3. Let's look at number 3. 160 to 700. So remember, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to write down 160. So go ahead and write down 160. So if I'm at 160, I need to know how many more 10s do I need to get to my next 100. 460, 470, 480, 490, and that would get me to 200. So 170, 180, 190, 200. So each one of these represents a 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. And I'm at 200. So I'm at 200, but I still need to get to 700. I'm not going to jump by 10s. It'll be easier to jump by 100s. So if I'm at 200, I need 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. And I can show that here, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. Again, I jumped by 100s to get to 700. Let's go ahead and do one last one together. Let's do 700 to 870. So again, I'm going to put 700 right here. So I could jump by 10s, but it would probably make more sense to jump by 100. So if I jump by 100, that's going to give me to 800. So now I'm at 800, but I need to get to 870. So now I'm going to jump by 10s. 800, 810, 820, 830, 840, 850, 860, 870. Again, all of these, I jumped or skip counted by 10s, and that gets me to 870. So now what I want you to do, I want you to do the back, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Go ahead and do 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you will come back. All right, I hope you completed 5, 6, 7, and 8. Once you complete 5, 6, 7, and 8, I want you to go ahead and go into Seesaw and complete your exit ticket. Thank you.